Hey, Fambulem, let we pray. The wall don't left now we hand. We sweet Salone, nobody nowhere for come out any side else for help make we sweet Salone. Me Fambulem, we don't come again with another topic and on the VOS Politics and Economics. Fambulem, dear. Before I start the program, as always, I want beg we all that we consider the country first. Because now one great salon we get, and particularly waiting they go on around the country, we make them even more dire for let we think about the country first. Dear, nobody no get for come and make salon for me and you two. Now me and you two get for make salon. So as a result, let we do the right thing. Let we put the country interest first above we all interests. I know saying a difficult thing for do, because some people will say, oh well, easier said than done. But no, me fambulem. Where there is a will, there is a way. So for the people who they join for the first time, I want to say boku thank you. And for the VOS family members, them with this now something like a ritual where every Thursday, every Saturday we come on, and every Sunday we'll come on they come and we talk about waiting they go now we beloved Sierra Leone. So my name na Abdul Karim Kagbo, I'm based in Canada, and the thing we, as I can always say, they help me for put food na my family table, Fambulem, me na economist. I'm based in Canada, and again, this na just for let people understand usai me strength mostly day. But that don't mean say I no go talk about politics. I no go talk about the common thing where they happen in that country day, because I born and raised in a salon. I come abroad where I don't big. So let people not feel say, oh, you don't know waiting they go on at the country. No. I live through waiting they go on at the country. Probably the insecurity and not be as tense the time they grow up, because we grow up inside one party system. We them boku party feti and obide. So now just under shaky and aim be the control. In fact, some of the elections then we go consider as fixed. So, but nevertheless, I they follow very closely within the gun of the country. So, me fambulem, instead of I they repeat myself in terms of for giving us some motivation, I decide, okay, well, let us change the tempo a little bit. My advice tonight, me fambulem, dear a big, let we choose peace over provocation. Because I know say the way things they happen so, and you know, APC supporters them go feel say, you know what, they don't marginalize them, they don't intimidate them for too long, so they not go take them anymore. And small thing will go happen, then go ready for turn the country upside down. Dear me fumble them. Let we choose peace over provocation. So I know say beaucoup people are angry, and it's understandable for let we angry. Let we vex as to waiting they go on. And because of that, because of the koro thing where they happen, some man go say, you know what? Violence not the only answer. And to them, then there will be a justification. But yeah, me fumble them. Then we not allow politicians them. And waiting that they say for let you turn against your neighbor and make your neighbor be your enemy. Or you turn against other people because they're a different tribe. And when I use tribes for as weapon, then we not allow politicians them for turn with our way. Because the strength of a nation, the thing where they bring a nation together, we're really strong, where they make it strong. My brother and sister, not to that Allah, where you go say, oh, me good, where this person Allah for Allah pass them. No. Waiting, they make a difference. Now the way how you hold yourself. How you say, you know what? No, I'm not going to allow this person for push me, for let I do something where I go regret. The way people call them restrain. For restrain yourself. And you back that with the wisdom. What's in the wisdom now? Think about the consequence. And that's make I go talk about mob justice as part of the program tonight. Because we see something happen. We horrific, horrible thing. So a nice fellow they pull yourself back. A nice fellow we they think. Like how they can say common sense. You not get for buy them, but it's expensive. Let we they use common sense. And at the same time, let we respect other people in life. Let we take them say them people here, they self get right for live. They self get right for be happy. Because now one grace alone, and I can always say, it just happens, SL people don't pick them up. The slogan. But this for be the national slogan, who they say, one country, one people. One people, one country. A very powerful slogan. It's just unfortunate that two brothers and sisters then at the SLPP that they use for political gain with Mango call political expediency. That they use that particular talk there for twist them around. But if you wanna really mean one country, one people, that Timni man na Bombali district, that Limba man na Kuntolo, that Kono man na Kono, that Madingo man na Ososo man na Cambia. We all foresee ourselves as brothers and sisters, not to just somebody we come up from a particular tribe, because now one country. And guess what? As a country, we all for live inside our country there as one people. So now see how powerful that slogan they be. It's just unfortunate that the politicians them they twist them for mean other thing. For mean say, if you see you only see the person who come out who belong to the same tribe as one country, one people. But the other person is us versus them. So them different. Them deserve for suffer. Them deserve for die. My brothers and sisters, they are big. Let us not continue to allow them politicians here. For they use the narrative then they for let we turn against each other. Here we think we use with wisdom. Because right now, the way how the country done this so, the politicians them, they're not able for deliver to an expectation. So waiting they turn to, they turn to that old trick within the book, where they say divide and conquer. And that they turn to. But my brothers and sisters, they are big una. Let we not continue to allow them. They don't do it for so long. That we say enough is enough. We're very intelligent now. We eye for the open, like mountain fat foot, my brothers and sisters. So I talk to you, the SLPP supporter. I talk to you, the APC supporter. I talk to you, the NGC supporter. I talk to now all as Sierra Leoneans. We the independent. I know say some people they question me independence, but guess what? Now that na democracy. A very messy, but guess what? What you believe and what I believe, it's okay for let we believe in two different things. It not necessarily means say because my last name na Kagbo, we for the most part associated primarily to people we come on at the north. Yes, both me, mama and papa now from the north. And I'm proud for Bikagbo. And I'm proud for yes, I'm born a Frito, but I'm proud for then come out from the north. The same thing again. You were born na the south. If you're not born at the south, say, but you were come out from parents them. We're born at the south, na the east. You're for proud of the fact say you parents then come on at the south or southeast. Same way so to people when we come up from the northwest. So we all for proud, and that's not the beauty of democracy. That's not the beauty of, again, diversity. Diversity, let we see them as strength. Let we not see them as weakness, as something we supposed for divide we. Because guess what? Let we take the things them way they make me and you to live well na the world. You look na the southeast, then get boku things them when a day no more you go able to see them predominantly na the country. So God make an that way there. You go na the northwest, then self get certain things them, whether not mineral resources or whatever it is, but then get certain things them, like certain plants then they, or products then they produce then they way they come out from that area they, and they do way better than any other part of the country. God make them for that reason they. So you see, not just for explain to we how much diversity for be used as strength. Because guess what? The thing that they grow na southeast, if predominantly then you get just few of that they grow na the northwest. Guess what? The northwest people need them thing and day. So you see where it's necessary for let we come together. So the same thing again, thing them where they come up from the northwest. They're not there at the southeast. But if the southeasterners they need them, they're supposed to get access to it. Because not the same country. And at that make we get a government where they call central government. For bring all the resources then they together belonging to the entire people of Sierra Leone, not to the westerners, not to the southeasterners, but to Sierra Leoneans, my brothers and sisters. We don't come abroad. Hardly somebody went out to Salone person ask you, you na Mende, you na Timni, you na Limba, you na Loko, you na Madingo, you na Susu, you na Kuanko, you know, Kisi, you know, Fula, and so on and so forth. It hardly. But guess what? When you say I'm an African, probably the people that we know say Africa not a country, because some of them they say, oh, Africa na one country. But plenty of them we know say Africa na just the continent, just like how you get North America. When inside North America, you get different countries there. So the one day we understand that, when you say, oh, I'm from Africa. The next thing, what part of Africa? And if you say back the West, maybe they're not going to ask you the country, but then go begin say Nigeria, Ghana. So then they prompt you for say Sierra Leone. I don't remember say then go further and say, oh, whose tribe you belong? You're not Mende, you're not Timni. Plenty of them not even aware. They not say, yes, we get different tribes them, but they're not aware. The different tribes them and what they mean. So my brothers and sisters, let we all carry the identity of Sierra Leone. I'm not saying a long talk, but every night, every Thursday by God's grace, this will be my new pattern. I will make sure say I give people them a kind of hope, and I remind we all of what's they at stake at our country day. So my brothers and sisters, dear are big, because this particular program tonight, we want to let boku people and participate. At the appeal to now, let we share this program. Let we make more people them come and let we talk about it. So let's set the stage. Waiting I want for let we talk about tonight, my brothers and sisters. I know some of you go wonder, oh, we see Sovula waiting in picture doing the poster. My brothers and sisters, story about Sovula, I know say, there's so much on social media, but I just think it's necessary for bringing to people's attention. So we go talk about Sovula. And like show now the lineup, so again, then they will prompt you now for stick around, my brothers and sisters. So, what do we get for talk about tonight? Me family, remember, I remind you now, say, where we they come to this particular program tonight, where we they discuss the issues them, let we bury party politics. Let we take them for Salone. Let we think about Salone force. So that's the number one thing I want for let we all understand, my brothers and sisters. So now, let we look at the specific thing that I want for let we talk about. Maybe I go a little bit wider, but the specific things then we I strongly want for let we talk about. Now, this particular news for una way they follow with sister network we now the Bold African Voice, then discuss about them. But I want, because you're in English, I want for talk about plain Creole. I want for talk about this particular topic again, my brothers and sisters. So it says Honorable Musa Tarawally raises alarm over alleged forced, now underline that word though, forced oath taking as the Sierra Leone People's Party flag-bearer contest intensifies. What does that mean? According to Honorable Musa Tarawally, he say some people them, some politicians them, that they go now their stronghold and they make people swear of their loyalty to the party. Hey, brothers and sisters, when I think about that too, for let them force you, and use the word forced, for let them force somebody, say you for swear, say you go always support we. That's something where we feel say it violate all the principles of democracy, where they say you forget free choice, you for choose freely the person you want for support, and yet then go force you for let you swear. Say I go always support you now. And then you pass there, then again, something in there, if even you want to make stagger, because they use the word force, coerce. Then go, because again, now the party in power, now the people in power. So then go push you and probably threaten you for like you swear. So I will talk a little bit more on that. But my family, when you look at that as face value, you will even tell yourself and say, wait to this not something we right? And the answer clearly is no, it's not right at all. For let people and go through that. So I will talk about that. I will show now the image and talk a little bit more about it. And then the other thing where I want to talk about me fumble them. Ebo, this not to APC or SLPP argument too. This is not the so-called bread and butter issue. So again, this is something where I just want to talk about and move on after that. Waiting now the headline on this one. Government of Sierra Leone announces an immediate fuel price increase, sparking economic concerns. Me fumble them. This are the headline. Immediate. So meaning now, right now. And this notice now yesterday. So meaning as of right now, where are the talks so fuel price don't go up. And me fumble them again for say don't go up, yes. But I sure say we for curious for know how much it go up by. My brothers and sisters, it go up from, when I listen to this, so the way how the fuel price go up, and I go do the math also, again for una we like math, I know say beaucoup people in they afraid math, but I go make una able understand easier in an easier way. So me fumble them, the price of liter, it come off from 25 leons, that's na new loans, we first term, you go say 25,000. So 25 new loans to 28.50 per litre. Just imagine, so from 25 loans per litre, remember, if you the drive go upline or something, we get for put boku litre. So per litre, you add 350 leons. First term money, you go say 3,500 leons per litre extra. No, sorry. Okay, yes. Una forgive me. I did try for convert the old leons to these new leons, but let we stick to the new leons. From 25 new leons to 28.50 new leons. So when you do the math, how much na the increase? Me family, una always sabi do math. Una help me do this. So let's just show now the steps. So you first take the last number, we now the 28.5. You divide them by the so the current number we now 28.5. You divide them by the old one we now 25, and then you minus 1. So that minus 1 are the change, the difference. So easy calculation there. So the answer where you go get, it will be 14. So what thing it mean? It means say price go up or don't go up by 14%. So 14% price go up. So remember, this not just right away, because they say it will take effect immediately. So right away, they increase price by 14%. So now tell me how many people the money where they work. That's the one where they work, not the one they will not get job. The one that will get job overnight. How many of them go tell you say they don't ace their salary by 14%? Even the politicians themselves, way buck off they're not tiff. Themselves they're not go just wake up the next morning and say, oh, the salary don't go up by 14%. But the thing now we kind of surprise me or we baffle me is that when you look at the reason for the government say inflation, one of the reasons them where the government they explain, they give say now it make inflation don't go down. They say because of fuel price don't go down at the wall. So but whose justification they get for one term they increase fuel price by 14%? We me you two way they abroad, we not see price that don't go up big time like that too. The price then relatively still be around the same time, the same price. We then say now one of the major factors for the inflation go down. So meaning, if we were there abroad, we they see, say, the fuel price stable, relatively stable, and not jump like that. But yet, Salone, they say the people have to pay more. So now tell me, how for explain this? So what in the government they try for do now? So they don't lie over the inflation numbers. So now they play catch up for filling the gap. Now that's the one tell we. So my brothers and sisters, when I see this, not to SLPP or not to APC issue, this not Salone issue. Because you, the SLPP supporter, guess what? This increase, it therefore bet you. If currently they suffer, well, yes, but SLPP supporters, then they suffer. This go even make you suffer more. Because just imagine, 14%. And we know the teen way fuel they do, not to just Salone, but around the world, even in Canada, yeah. Because the food where they eat, they get for transport them. And if the fuel don't go up, meaning the fee for transport they go up. And if that happen, the people in way they sell anything and they self one for maintain the same profit whatever they maintain. So what thing it go mean? It go mean say then go jack the price up. And we as staple as food or as essential as food, because we all need food for how they survive every day. So yes, it might not buckle. Some people need to eat bell food, but they still need that small for let them survive. Because if you take days, eat, what's in the happen? Highly likely, will survive. So that means this particular one, not to SLPP talk, not to APC talk, na Salone talk. So we suppose as citizens then now want for make the government explain to we waiting at the justification. Not to not to like 50, point 50 like half a leon or something like that. No, 3.5 leons, new leons. So just imagine 350, 3.5, 3 leons 50 cents. They increase them, not to 50 cents, they increase them by 3 leon 50 cents. One them per liter. So meaning if you want for flop your tank, like we now where you say where you want to go walk, you flop your tank, where go take you for 1 week, or if you na small motor car get, maybe it go take you depending upon how far you walk, it go take you 2 weeks. So you have safe where walk day, where fuel price can go up like that, big time, we they feel them. You go spend more for flop your tank, and then they mean you go get less money for spend powder things then. Sometimes if you be like for the go restaurant with your family every week or weekend, or go somewhere for just drive, you go begin think twice. Say, oh no, gas down there, petrol down there. I'm not going for go there. So you go begin they restrict yourself. So just imagine, for we will get jobs, where petrol price they go up, we they self-adjust. Let alone people in Salone not get job, and some people then get job, the job not able to do much for them at all. And now you can put more strain for them budget. This is not a campaign message for say sometimes and they try for overblow the hardship of under this administration or the hardship where the country they face. Not to my intention that. My intention is for talk to the administration and let them able for tell the citizens them waiting at the reason for like their just price, fuel price for go up that much. So now they go tap that story there. And the other story, we, I can kind of enjoy the way they pronounce story, Pakut, there's a story. Okay, the other story I want to we talk about Fambulem. I want to talk about again. I be don't prompt to now why Sovula did the news. I want to talk about them. And waiting at the headline, me Fambulem. Former Inspector General of Police, IGP, Sovula, allegedly beats imam and pastor, leaves one in critical condition in Bo. And that's not the imam. And also, now go on for know why Sovula sending talks them for go beat an imam. And then on top day, one pastor talk and say the thing then do not fear. Then beat that pastor day. So Vula, we're not supposed to forget that kind of power for just being now an ordinary citizen. For let get power. For make them go beat somebody we get respect in the community. And we all know Sierra Leone how pastor and imam then get respect in the community. They beat them. And me fumble them, me go shock una for know why Sovula take that act there. And I want to tie that story there with Musa Tarawally story or in allegation. So I will talk about that. I just want for tease una for set the stage. The other thing I want to talk about me fumble them again. This I know say beaucoup people want to make the main story, but no. That's the way I believe say Mr. Shilon then will talk about that. I'm not too sure if Madam Matilda will talk about that, but I sure say Mr. Mengot start for talk about last Sunday, and I believe say then will continue for talk about this coming Sunday. But I will just rub more. I get video of interviewing the leader of the opposition, with Honorable Abdul Kagbo, we igi to Lamrana and Truth Media. And one say the current way how they don't position the changes then to the constitution. But the way we won, now that way they are get a little bit uncomfortable with. Where it just tap and say it will be disadvantage to the opposition. Me fumble them, I believe say somebody like that, it don't turn up politics. If we expect for let it emphasize on the country, the advantage or the disadvantages to the country. But unfortunately, it focus on APC. And it forget say, na parliament, na the people place that. Na the Sierra Leonean people them, if we advocate for. And by extension, every APC member na Sierra Leonean. So you don't necessarily need for emphasize on the disadvantage to APC. If it be disadvantage to APC, but it help the country in general, then clearly not to sober point. But if you feel say Sierra Leoneans therefore concern about this you warning, then say the disadvantage to the country. But I will play in video the interview and let Anyaka that interview they waiting a mean for the average Sierra Leoneans. A get point? Yes. But I feel say a weaken part of an argument where he emphasize on too much on APC. Again, na my opinion, una get right for express una own opinion, but as a matter of fact, me they think about the country first. And I feel say all we parliamentarians then they supposed for be the number one interest. The party interest for come after the country interest. So I will talk about that. I will play for now the video, the interview, and similarly, I want for sure another interview with this one by Honorable Tawa Conte, when the Deputy Speaker. So he sort of they promote the proportional representation system. But guess what, me fumble them? The same system we they promote, even though to some extent it get boku positive into an argument, but for the fact say the way how they implement the PR system, it make boku salon people afraid. Say wait to when I talk about PR system, say it will increase the number of small parties in a parliament. But what do we get after we don't do them? We get number one, too many secrecies. Una no publish polling station numbers them. Even though una say the act no warrant una follow una do that, okay, fair enough. But why una not doing voluntarily? So una go able get like now where una come back so people then go say, yes, we see improvement. Yes, the system better. Yes, we una preach about saying we will get more small parties than our parliament. Because before this PR, we will get 4 parties then. We will get APC, SLPP, NGC, C4C. And if I understand correctly, we will even get independent members, or member at least. So meaning we have 5 different voices than a parliament before the implementation of una so-called PR. But what didn't happen? After the PR, it completely turned over. All una argument about increasing inclusivity and all that nonsense argument then they at the time, because when you look the literature, yes, it go make sense. Now that's not the intention of PR system. But una take the textbook definition of PR, una flip them on its head, una implement una own version of cookish PR. And now you come back and they try for sell the same PR. We una tell people and say, it will get more small parties than a parliament, and that's not be the case. So I will play the interview and then rub more on what it mean with respect to the interview. And if the time permit, because again, I know intend for go beyond the 2-hour mark. I mean, near resolution, I set the platform so I come for talk about them. I will spend too much time where I therefore talk about the story a little bit detailed. So me fumble them. The other thing where I want for draw to own attention, this is not something where I don't hear a lot. People don't they complain about it and all that. But one thing where please me fumble them. Now until recently, where NGC, me fumble the NGC. Again, I know how for Leona get this wrong. Me not support NGC. But National Grand Coalition rejects the proposed 11% electoral threshold under the new constitution. Well, clearly the 2022 Act, the Elections Act of 2022. So then just want to bring that now as part of the new so-called new constitution. I don't know if even I foresee them as new constitution, because to me, Alex said they like where you dress something like old wine, you put on a new bottle and you call them different name. We definitely minus the bottle we new, where you taste them, are the same thing. So meaning the taste not different. So if they put half things them where they continue for strengthening the president in whole in grip on power, and then when I say a new constitution, we all know say the VOS Salone they struggle with right now. Now because that 1991 constitution it give the president too much power. So the president they call the shots them fitty-fatta. And nothing may come up behind that. And yet we are not try for reduce in power. We are even give more power. And then we address them and say a new constitution. My brothers and sisters. We tell me too. Then people like they mean well for that country there. And I strongly believe, say, plenty of we answer will be no. So me fumble them, that's not something we talk about, if time permit we. And the other thing I go talk about now, because this is a very sad story, that this headline. Young graduate Joshua Mansare dies after mob attack in Freetown. My brothers and sisters. And the thing was very troubling about this news, according to the allegation, they say this young man, close to Fatima Bio, when our first lady. So waiting at the get at, we had to make this kind of link. My brothers and sisters, Fatima Bio, na the president in WEF, and we all know say na very active woman. We camp for politics and to some extent wrongfully so. It can even try for influence policy in an aggressive way, not to the right way as Sierra Leonean, as citizen, how we for influence politics. But no, in the kind of make that aggressive way and non-conventional way, mildly. So if this young man close to First Lady, Madam Fatima Bio, and yet, because of, according to the news, mistaken identity, a loss in life. Within that tell we? It tell we clearly say, if we not try we best for fix we law them, let every citizen abide by the law, my brothers and sisters. That thing we call lawlessness, it can even affect you within our power today, my brothers and sisters. And by extension, this not to for make light of the moment and say, oh, somebody don't die, and then you reference them in a provocative way. No, that's not my intention at all, my brothers and sisters. If at all you think that way, they please. No, not my intention. This is a very, very sad story. But we still need to address the underlying issue. The issue is very preventable, where we go make sure say this thing will happen to this young brother or Pekin, Joshua Mansari, it not happen again. And that's how they try for Dunaya. Madam Fatima Biona, one of the people them way definitely at one point or so, it promote mob justice. So just imagine somebody way close to him, according to the story, now a victim of mob justice. So, within the scenario, in entirety, with no condition, we for condemn the so-called mob justice, because it's not good today, it's not good yesterday, and it's not go good for tomorrow. Because when people are angry, and then take law in their hand, we all know sick and deadly. And in this case, I make some people out they talk, oh, the death penalty and stuff. This is not just one of several examples we make people learn for think twice, for convince the next president, at least under President Bio, it abolish the death penalty. The next president will come for convincing, and one of the good things the way President Bio do, that country they for abolish the death penalty. Now you go on for ask, Mr. Kagbo, what's in the connection between this young man with ISO and the death penalty? What's in the connection? This young man will die, according to the news, then saying a mistaken identity. Then mistaken for somebody we want for thief bike. And not a thief man. So, but we don't die so, we don't get nowhere for brain come back. If not mistake, the mistake don't cause in life. We don't get no second life. So now make anything will happen to people them, like in this case, if we accuse and say thief on a bike and all that, if we use the proper channel for let them investigate, go to the police, let them investigate if I take the bike, if I thief the bike or whatever it is. That investigation they go able bring boku things them to light. And they go through trial and realize then say innocent. So that's not the connection. Because they not allow them for proving self-innocence. And because now mistaken identity, so the same thing again. Some person they will then go sentenced to death. If we not say let they hang them right away. So what if they lie on them? What if that person not to do them? That somebody else do them? But sometimes they in the wrong place at the wrong time. They're not able to get enough evidence for make sure say a innocent. Because we don't see boku case then where they don't charge people them to death. But because of the person still they alive, in lawyer them or in family them, or sometimes God can just send somebody who maybe frame them for talk. So you get new evidence, then go show their evidence, then they, guess what? The person can free. So, but if they don't kill him, so whether new evidence come where show say the person not to do him, innocent, guess what? They don't go. And I make mob justice wrong, and are they against for reverse the death penalty. So me fumble them, this guy, this young man in Taiwan, me sympathy goes to the family and let them take heart. But clearly the people them will engage in this act, therefore punish them according to the law. Because whether they say na mistake, they mistake and for thief man or not, they say for suffer the consequence. Because the mistake no will bring that young man day back. And according to the story, they say that young man was very promising. Now last month he graduate. And according to the story, they say just come up and perform do live performance na you building. So he join a load pack keke, and then all of a sudden people rush Panam. So he try for run for escape, and no able escape them. I don't know if they feel say we run guilty or whatever it is. They rush Panam, some bikers them, rush Panam, beat them, there on the spot, but a day later in the hospital. So me fumble them, whether na first lady or whether na local villager or mob justice is wrong. Whether na Zuvula or mob justice is wrong. So me fumble them again. We put this young man now with thought and prayer, and let God get a good road. If Salone people and they follow the law, we brought her for their life, they elect today. So me fumble them. This will be a warning to we all. Let we not take the law that we want. And I know say beaucoup people can use some justification for that. Some man go tell you say, well, when you go police, the person go give small money, it is free. And some people in their back waking they brag. Oh boy, if you go police na buff case. Because especially them thief man them, they high thief man them or they robber them and stuff, where the police station them, people that know them, they can bribe them and all that stuff then they. So we think it happen. Then people and they're not afraid nothing. In fact, they encourage you for go police because they know so we go police, the case they go buff. Because for them, guess what? They know the police, they get influence and all that thing in there. So my brothers and sisters, we want to make sure say that's not happen that our country day. Let people abide by the law, whether you're not a politician, whether you're not a first lady, mob justice is completely wrong. So I go tap there as my final warning. And again, let God give we brother good road, and let God forgive him for his sins, and let God touch the family as they grieve during this difficult time. So me fumble them. Now, let we come to this story about Suvula. My brothers and sisters, I've been making clear saying this man, in fact, if you ask me personally, this man, I will say, I don't know if I will say the worst IG Salone ever don't get, because I don't know all the IGs them I will don't get over the years. But in recent time, I will say now the most controversial IG we Salone ever don't get. And I will say that. So let we go to the story, and this I go, because I want for Leona fully understand the story, I go take me time for read them for Leona self get the story very clearly, because again, I know let people accuse me of saying they give me wrong information, because me intention now for like we all are Sierra Leoneans them. We learn from their horrible mistake here, and let we not give people them a pass because now we country border them, or now the same tribe, or now the same region who come out. This me fumble them when I look at the headline. Now Bo it happen, and Bo now SLBP stronghold. I can let for make them connections here, for let people then know say if we not do the right thing, even you will feel saying on adina power, it will still affect you. Because you not do the right thing. And plenty of them politicians here, when I not feel say they go rescue now. No, not selfish people them. They only care about themselves. Like I said before, front of the program or where we start the program. They just care about themselves. And because they're not able to do waiting we expect them for do, they turn we against each other. Let me read the story, Mifambulem. According to the story, it's a former IGP, winner Inspector General of Police, Sovula, allegedly beats Imam and Pastor, leaves one in critical condition in Bo. Bongo village in the Bumpe Gayo chiefdom, Bo district, has been thrown into tension following allegations that former Inspector General of Police, IGP, Ambrose Suvula, led an assault, an illegal detention of a village imam and a Christian pastor, leaving one of them in critical condition. Now the story this now, as they give you the story. According to the story, it say, according to community members and accounts shared by the victims, the incident began in the early hours of January 5th, 2026. So roughly about 2 weeks ago, precisely, when villagers discovered what they described as a sinister charm hidden beneath a static pit near a local stream while fetching water. What does this mean? Then in the way when they say maybe like you go say juju. So people they try for go get water now this water side. They see something now one hole where they hang juju day. So waiting the villagers then do, we see this. Alarmed by the discovery, the villagers reportedly took the charm to the village imam, Ibrahim Bassi, for interpretation. And we all know say na common thing in Sierra Leone, Africa in general, where you see anything we're associated with devil of juju business, you no get handy, you dey afraid. The person will believe say he able for give proper interpretation a person way on the surface we say a God-fearing person, like imam, pastor. And then people then they una go say, let them go interpret within they say, or let them go pull the power for that juju day. So that's very common something. So then people there then take this so-called juju, then carry and go to the imam. Say let the imam tell them what he mean. Because they don't know that put and they, and then just see juju. And we all know say then what aside and they, you get boku ceremony where people can pass, not in place then they. So as a result of that, some people can associate them with bad luck, some people can associate them with good luck, some people can associate them with the entire village, like all sort of things. So because they don't know that put and they can go to the imam. So see this juju business. So they are help we for understand by what it mean. And now the story continues saying, Sources within the community said Imam Bassi, after examining the object, warned of its potential danger and shared the information with residents through the village WhatsApp group to alert the wider community. Where the Imam self not do anything bad. They don't know that put on there. So what did the Imam do after we don't inspect the thing? He said, no, this is not bad thing, no. So he not just keep unto himself. Apparently, they get WhatsApp group now the village. So a post them now the WhatsApp group and with a warning. And I feel say any respectable leader now that he go do for alert people them. So the story continue for say, speaking during Friday prayers in Bumpe on January 16th, Imam Bassi later recounted what followed. He told worshippers that shortly after posting about the charm, he was confronted by a group of men allegedly led by former IGP Ambrose Sovula. So the former Inspector General of Police. So the group, a same group of folks them. And according to the Imam, he said that group there, the posse will send them, now the former Inspector General of Police, Sovula. According to the Imam's account, the story they continue fumble them. According to the Imam's account, he was forcibly seized, bundled into a trunk of a vehicle, and taken to an undisclosed location where he was severely beaten. Community sources said the assault left the Imam unable to speak properly and barely able to identify those who attacked him. When I imagine now, because he post juju, now social media, now WhatsApp group, and he advised against that, say he warn people them saying a bad thing. And don't know that put on there, the people that will pick them from there, they don't know that put on there. And then allegedly, Sovula send people them, man them, guys them, take the man, because I know go say arrest. So then take the man and put him na back boot of motorcar, carry and gonna side way himself no able recognize, go beat and super one. Ebo, if I'm them. And the second part of the story now look kind of sad and somebody for angry. Pastor Emmanuel Pengwe of the New Apostolic Church in Bongo, who said he learned of the incident shortly after it occurred, told associates that he rushed to intervene. According to accounts from witnesses and community members, Pastor Pengbe confronted Sovula and his associates, condemning the violence and warning that it threatened peace in the community. So this pastor now, maybe because of Sovula way, maybe I think a Christian and feel say as a pastor, you go able for make Sovula realize, say what he do a bad, and good for the peace of the community. And what happened after this pastor confront Sovula? Despite his intervention, Pastor Kengbe, I hope I pronounce that well, was allegedly also subjected to abuse. Sources said both the Imam and the pastor, along with two other individuals, were stripped naked and cuffed and further mistreated. Ebo, for just juju, where somebody calls Sovula in names and then get the juju. Sovula send bodyguard, send man them. Go arrest the pastor, or go kidnapping, me go say, kidnap the pastor, put on a motorcar boot, and then carry and go some side way, the man self no. Beat and sober one. And neighboring pastor, you hear about this, himself come and say, okay, well, let's talk to Sovula. Waiting Sovula and waiting happen with himself, with two people we themselves be part of this whole group against this whole thing. strip them naked. Just imagine, religious people, them. You strip them naked, you handcuff them, and then beat them for that, because I should say that maltreatment, they go be beaten. So what happened now after that? The victims were reportedly taken first towards the Bow police station, but were denied entry. After they don't maltreat them people there, so Vula with the influence, try for go lock them up at the Bow police station. But the good thing is, I don't know that be in charge of that station there at the time. I want to say kudos to him. Then deny for put them in the police cell. But what thing he do? He not give up. So Vula, wicked man. Again, an allegation. But if this is true, my brothers and sisters, this is horrible story. Community members said they were then held at the residence of the former IGP before being transported to the Criminal Investigation Department, CID headquarters in Freetown. There, they were allegedly detained for 5 days without clear charges or explanations. Ebo, fumble them. When they talk about APCSLPP, they fought for them. This na boy happened so highly likely the imam, the pastor, possibly are supporters of them vote for SLPP. And SLPP then a power. So Vula way now if we be civilian now, like me and you too. Because now former IG, you're not supposed to forget any preferential treatment. So he send it therefore like the bus station go put them in a cell. The person where they in charge, now bus station say no. And what did he do? He bring them come, them 4 people there. He bring them come now in your place, according to the story, in your house. So down there by itself, with the practice democracy. So down there by itself now crime. For like you go put them people and they keep them ayos beyond the will. So down there self now crime. And after that, what did he do? He carried them straight now CID. And the CID people them, how disgraceful. Waiting na the abbreviation of CID, Criminal Investigation Department. According to this, they allege say, they put them people in there in a cell for 5 days. They not charge them, and they not even allow them to explain. Just imagine, my brothers and sisters, ordinary civilian, Suvula, because now a civilian, for lack because of maybe in all power, in all influence, make them put people in a cell in a CID. They not listen to them, lock them up for 5 days. So now see why this story important. Let we see the kind Salone way down the build up. On January 19, 2026, that's about 10 days ago, so a few days after the incident, situation took a more serious turn when Imam Ibrahim Bassi was reported to be in severe distress at his home. Family sources said he was rushed to Cerebral Hospital, where he was admitted to the intensive care unit. We all know it in an intensive care unit. When they put you there now, no saying between life and death. Members of the local Muslim community said his condition sparked widespread fear and grief. Residents and leaders from the Bumpe Ngao chiefdom said the incident has deepened divisions and heightened tension in the area. According to community representatives, elders, youths, and religious leaders are now jointly calling for the Sierra Leone government to intervene and facilitate dialogue aimed at reconciliation and lasting peace. So me fumble them. Case like this, CID gets the proper opportunity for investigate this case and do the right thing. If they notice, say, after investigation, Suvula with him them, they seize advantage by this man and commit all them crime here, they're supposed for arrest and now in they're supposed for arrest. So now the people in that village day, that chiefdom day, they ask the government for intervene. And on behalf of VOS, we SEF, they join with them people there for ask the government for investigate even the people in our CID. Why then for lock them people there up for 5 days without charges, without explanation. Then for investigate that. And not to just for investigate Suvula, then for investigate the CID folks them as well. So let we kind of read quickly and conclude this, my brothers and sisters. They warned that without urgent action to address grievances and rebuild trust, the chiefdom risk further instability. Well, this is very clear. Because if people then say Suvula able get away with this because of influence, so peace nobody in that chiefdom day. Attempt to and this not the side way. My goodness, my brothers and sisters, this side shocked me. Even though I'm not completely surprised because the man way they tell we get power self, but they act like that power drunk. Attempts to obtain the response of former IGP Ambrose Suvula were unsuccessful. According to information provided to reporters, Suvula said he was unwell and hospitalized and therefore unable to comment on the allegations. Una see any excuse we give? Oh, I know well. I didn't hospital and all that. So I'm not able to talk about the case. Serious allegation like this. So you able to say all this. Oh, I didn't hospital, I know well. You able to say all that. You know able to even say no. All waiting and do and say so. I'm not aware of it. Just that one sentence there. For be make at least give people them peace of mind. But where you face that kind of allegation here, rather than you like with no hesitation, no waste time safe for deny the allegation, instead now excuse you give why you not able to comment. My brothers and sisters, now they see the logic now. But if they accuse you of something where terrible like this, my brothers and sisters, I like you they na side way maybe they feel pain. I just say that pain you go ease first. And say me? No. I don't want they do this or I don't even sabi them people. You must deny right away. Wait until you say that this they accuse you for. But you know go say, oh, you know what? I'm not going to talk right now about that allegation there because I know well. Hey, boy, my brothers and sisters, it's very clear. So let's conclude this reading. Community members say the absence of accountability has only worsened tensions with fear of retaliation and growing unrest. Many residents stress that the matter goes beyond individual abuse and reflects deeper problems in community governance and conflict resolution. 100% I agree. And just like I say, the absence of accountability, it just creates more tension. As calls for justice grow louder, the people of Bumpe, Ngao chiefdom say they are united in demanding not only accountability for the alleged abuses, but also a structured process of dialogue and healing. They believe the future peace and development of the chiefdom now depends on swift and impartial action by the authorities. My brothers and sisters, again, I'm glad you were on a patient. I read the story because this, like I say, is very, very troubling. When I think about them this way, then people here, again, as I say, the way how it happened, this not juju business. We all know how people in the free juju business. And people are alarm, care and go to the imam. The imam do waiting if for do. rightfully. And then what Ununa do? You, Zofula, allegedly, you send people and for go beat them up, for go bundle them and beat them up mercilessly. So, my brothers and sisters, when you look at the story, you get several things them in play. So, Vula, they use the fact, say, they still get influence, and they use the fact, say, nothing will come up behind this, and they use the fact, say, them people are nobody. So we put all lentin and they together, then they embolden Sovula for doing it they do so. Or the other thing we probably they think back is I can do I'm nothing and they come up behind that because I get so much influence. So when I think about that, so my brothers and sisters, I take this opportunity for say hello to people and we don't join we. And for read the comments them as I can always do, and what I don't always tell una saying within I can try for do for recognize the people that we don't join, and for like we give them kudos for we they're able join we right away. So let we recognize them because mostly I go say now we VOS family members. So I want to begin first with one of we prominent brothers, we now brother Lansana, Albert Lansana. Thank you very much, brother Albert Lansana. I say good evening and Allah bless you richly, Mr. Abdul Kagbo. Another Thursday night for good vibes. Let me have my whatever that is and listen and watch. Keep up the good work. Outstanding. Thank you so much as always, brother Albert. Thank you. Let God bless you as well. And again, this is something where I can always say we always need to think about the country first. And brother Lansana, Albert, continue to say, my dear fabulous good brothers and sisters, a very good evening to you all. Stay warm and safe, please. Absolutely good advice. And I will say the same as well. And thank you so much, brother Albert, for that. And another prominent sister, Sister Mary J. And again, I want to post in this way, I will say, you know what? Again, now one of the sisters, then we always grace the show, and we truly, truly appreciate you as VOS extended family member. You say, good evening, Mr. Kagwe and VOS family, and good evening to you as well. And you continue to say, you are absolutely correct, Mr. Kagwe. They always ask about your country or nationality, not your tribe. Absolutely. And I want to let people, and thank you so much, Sister Mary J. I want to let people really take this into consideration before ever we put party loyalty above the country. And another prominent brother, our brother Fuad, to say thank you very much. You say welcome everyone to VOS. Indeed. And brother Fuad, now one of the founding VOS extended family member, I don't deal with VOS for very, very long. I will say since the inception of VOS. And thank you again, brother Fuad, to say, Sister Mary J, they say, this government doesn't have any sense of humor for the people. The country's economy is in shambles. People are suffering and they added to the fuel price. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. Well, clearly you said it all. And thank you so much for that. Brother Robert Kagbo, thank you very much and welcome. You say, well, Mr. Kagbo should have considered the country first. But with the PR system, your party comes first. I will come to that. You make a great point. But the PR system, you get different type of PR system. And where I go through the one that we don't apply in a salon, we will probably get a better understanding of that. And thank you. And you continue to say the PR system practiced in Sierra Leone will never allow smaller parties and independent candidates to win a seat in parliament. Yes and no. Yes, the way how they calculate the threshold, where I will talk more about time, we're completely wrong. And I'm so glad the way NGC able to pick that up, because I don't say that repeatedly. And I refer to people to the law safe where them pass way that the Election Act, the Public Elections Act of 2022. And you continue for saying, thank you so much, Brother Robert, for where you're very active, as always. You say mob justice is also affecting SLPP members. If you remember, Arata, okay? The death of Fatima Bio's brother in club, the death of lawyer Gevau's son in the club. So mob justice should be stopped. Wonderful. Where are the Brother Robert? Again, I feel very emotional. Solid argument. Solid argument. Then people are where you name so. We suffer from mob justice. SLPP, strong members, them people, them. Fatima Bio brother. And again, Honorable Gevau, and he even say he go team up and make sure say them people them we cause the negligence for letting Bobo die now that club, then face justice. Because according to them, then thing and they be done they happen at that club day, and they be don't ask for close the club, they not close them and stuff. So be team up. And thank you for where you bring this to our attention. Thank you. And you talk about Arata as well. Arata himself, even though I be terrible person, but that not justify, because it's terrible for let them treat him in a terrible way. Then beat him till he die. And we see how they don't handle even somebody, I believe said on the late Blacker, a mentally unstable guy. Himself, how they treat him. The same mob justice. And we not see people and suffer for that. Because now something we therefore stop, given the fact, say, it happen to everybody, anybody, regardless of the political association. And thank you, Brother Robert, when you nailed that point there. You just summarize that point there very well. Konoti, thank you very much for where you join us always. Say no accountability. Never in our history have we held people to account. Accountability is the only path Sierra Leone has to peace, security, and prosperity. 100% I agree with you. And you continue for say, good evening, Fambul, or Fam, and Hussein Fambul, mean, we pray all is well. Thank you very much. And another prominent person, we na Brother Lamin Denke. Thank you very much. He says, Ovula, former Inspector General of Police, is a good man. Indeed. Juju, if not, I don't know if it's on term, because we think he says certain juju them, where people then discover then juju then it affect you the next thing. Who knows if at all, where he saying, oh, well, if not the juju, we then go on cover or whatnot. Maybe I make it kind of be drastic over the way how we handle them. Because again, I don't get no evidence except the Nigeria movies they watch. But it look like something where, as a matter of fact, though, that's something where I believe say Africa is very common. For like certain juju them, if person and discover them, you face certain consequences. Who knows? I want to say plenty thank you to Brother Alimamis to say thank you very much. Hello to you as well. And my brother, for some reason, I just want to keep this with sister, with auntie, with mama in identity, because it don't take a while and I'll say on the program, but I'm glad it today we come on the program. So this, again, I can always say, anytime I talk about this woman, this, with sister, with mama, with auntie, Madam Bendu, una no vexed there, una no jealous, Madam Bendu, just like, Brother Fuad Sise, the founding extended members from where we established VOS, Madam Bendu, particularly my program, Madam Bendu almost always they join me program, and I want to say boku boku thank you, and I hope all is well, because again, not to pressure, I don't want to do like waiting Honorable Musa Tarawally accuse the administration of saying that they ask people for take oath and stuff. No, meaning they try for coerce you or manipulate you for let you always they watch, but I just want to express appreciation for what you always don't deal with VOS from where we established VOS in 2017. By the way, for people that we feel saying SLPP make we establish VOS, that's not correct. We established VOS way before the election. Thank you so much, Madam Bindu, as always. And again, I hope all is well. And for now, all we don't join, please, for say boku thank you, and on extend me thank you to our family as well, because we get some people and we don't tell we see that they watch with their family, and their family members them appreciate VOS analysis. And I truly want for say boku thank you to all, and truly appreciate una for that. So, me fambulem, let me move on now. So we don't talk about Sovula. Then let we talk about something about this whole juju business that that country there. Why you know good for the country? Me fambulem. Another story it's sort of troubling, my brothers and sisters. The reason we make us say it troubling, dear Abeguna, I don't want again let we take this from a party lens, okay? Let we not see them from a partisan lens. Let we look at the topic, or what do they talk about in a critical way. What do it go mean for the average person? We fumble them. Now this story. This one. For some reason, we analyze the story. Now the VOS, our sister platform, now the Bold African Voice, BAV, we get some people that we come then comment on the story. But I go respect the people identity. I go try for maybe address that directly from there. But however, I want for also make clear to we all, saying this is something we as a country will not for take lightly at all. The reason we make us say that, my brothers and sisters, if we check closely, we go notice say it talk about the party. Because we all know say, for like you make this kind of allegation, yeah, it can with huge will not be true. It can with huge consequence. So for like this man, yes, we go treat him like allegation, rightfully so. But for like he go this far and say, according to sources, and he specify Kenema and Kailao. He say na Kenema and Kailao. SLPP, some SLPP politicians them, they force supporters them for take oath. And now specifically talk about whose kind oath, how dangerous it be, and how rich they do. But the point where I want to emphasize Naya Fambulem, if it don't go to this extent, you not try for convince people them of policy, waiting you go do for them, for change their lives and all that. Then you want use, to me, it can be intimidation, it can be out of fear, it can be out of desperation. But for no more, una feel say, una go able for win the next election by thinking to say, them people who don't make them swear. And we all know what swear can mean in that country, in Africa in general. And particularly we within our West Africa, I don't know for the other part of Africa, but we within our West Africa, we afraid swear. And it can catch some people, plenty of people will believe in that. Again, Nigeria self, as I be they do me research, I will encourage you now for like una go on the Bold African Voice, for like una get clear, like detailed analysis of the other African countries than we they do them thing and they. So not to something we unique no more to Salone. But why we Salone politicians then try for bring this kind crude mentality, unable understand though, for make people then swear, say then go continue for be loyal to una party. My brothers and sisters, when I feel say this na SLPP story no more, on our SLPP people no more for concern, absolutely not. Because who knows? If APC say no go follow suit, for make their supporters then swear. So thinking to say, okay, you know what? If una don't swear, una say well, una don't pledge allegiance. So this swear, and whether I go catch or not, but they make them so fearful that tell people and say, if you vote for other party, this swear go catch you. And that by itself don't instill fear. So tell me too, how them people and they go able for practice to democracy. So as much as the politicians then feel say that they go be advantage to them, but as something where we for completely condemn. Because let's say again as African, them thing and they highly likely can catch, as we believe that in Africa. So if you catch somebody in family begin affected by that swearing. So now see where not to just SLPP affect, because them people in there where maybe it don't affect the entire family, and other persons self go be part of that family there, because we all know intermarriages. But let we forget about intermarriages. But let we think about the fact, say, them people learn as Sierra Leoneans them. So you don't swear them and they end up for a lucky because of something where now the constitutional right for vote for whoever they want for vote for. But you don't swear them, this swear don't catch, and now they're not better. Let we say they are lucky. So they don't become now liability to the country. So now see why the allegation here, like the PPRC for intervene and for investigate this kind of case here. Because not something where you go say it create ease for people. This a form of intimidation. This now a form of distorting and bugging, like sidelining democracy. Because democracy is a fair play. And again, then they self now abuse on the people they right. A fundamental human right. Because if that's where they it catch for people who believe them, it catch people them, guess what? For waiting. Because you take oath, say, oh, I will always be loyal to the SLPP, and then you go vote for other party, and then that's where they catch you. It warrants that. But for some reason, I believe, say, it not go be just for nothing. And at the other sad thing that this way warrant for let PPRC investigate. If really SLPP folks, then they do this. Because think about it. Salone people, as we all know, they see. Salone people, we, let's say, for small money, then go do them. Because somebody desperate. They need money for survive. Sometimes, it's good food for several days. And then you go get maybe 20 leos, we not 20,000 or leos. Where something else, or 50,000. When a small money, given the risk with this person they take, for like he go swear. But that person, they so desperate that at that time, that money did a big money for him. He do him. But yet this person, very well say, not fully convinced. Say SLPP, they do it in a want. And now, they want for vote for another party. But they don't talk. So if for whatever reason, a fully convinced, you know what, this other party, a way preferable than this party where I don't take oath from, guess what? Then they maybe go prompt them for a jump ship. And then they affect them. So una see how by extension this thing really dangerous, me brothers and sisters. So let we put political party aside. So if you na APC do condemn them. It's completely wrong, my brothers and sisters. It not necessarily means say because na a political party we then do it not wrong. So the same thing again to me, SLPP brothers and sisters, for the fact say this man a SLPP person, and remember it they run for flag bearer. So meaning a huge consequence for let him make this thing up. Because of them people here it get for ask for let them vote him in. So if he make this thing up, it no say clearly in chances go drop significantly. But according to the investigation according to the report where I read, it make it clear, say it put a religion above the party interest. Because according to a religion, it say this, I think he used the word Aram. So now from that angle, it try for condemn the whole act, the whole practice. So my brothers and sisters, I'm not going to go too far other than stop here, but I want for let we rethink where we assess this particular story. Let we know take because somebody be right say, oh, the man ugly, and because he ugly, he not go ever gain traction. I make people regardless of him policies, I make people not go ever vote for him, I make it they lose traction and all that stuff then they. So you see, he missed the point. This person completely missed the point. So instead, he go after the man and attack him personally. So instead of it think about what it mean for the victims them, what it mean by extension for we country. This person just emphasize on the man in personality, and in fact, not in personality, the man in physical appearance. By the way, fumble them, the phone line they're open. Sorry, I missed a call. But please, the person will be call. I will encourage you for call back. The phone lines they're open. So, if we get the call again, I will pause and then take the call. But I will stop at this part, this juncture and, let people think. Dear, I beg me brothers and sisters. The reason we make they bring this to here, now for let we find way for discourage the politicians them. Like we look after we safe. Like how the Bible say. It say be your brother's keeper. So let me take a call and then I will come after this. I will continue after this call. So VOS network. Hello caller. What's your name inside the call we from, please?
Yeah, Mr. Kago, this reporter from Virginia. I want to say I did dopa.
I did do well, brother. Thank you very, very much. Let God bless. And what did you take on the program tonight, sir? Go ahead, please.
I want to make everybody know say you know the sun, you know the solar for that country today. You always educate we and for life that country today. Now this
Thank
you can always talk. Say where you day you want power. Remember say you know the people are supposed for empower, the people are supposed for help and do the right thing. When you do the right thing, you know go take the way for go get the people and go say go swear, go take an oath.
Yeah.
You know me need that one day. If you do the right thing, no need for go take and swear. But this will be the tell about you. Make sure you say this election let go free and fair. If we get an opportunity for let win and back, if you go second round, if press a guy for press, because they may not say if they lead anyway. But if you press, they know say win, you get the percentage 55%, then you can for work. You know for this go so now. But now if you say 5 years, that be long time. And look at 5 years, I don't can in about so now. Now then the free now for say what you have for happen now, what for keep power now. And the fire for left arm, no matter how you go and come, they always pick up remember. When CSF people then get their flag bearer, so matter abuse no more. Where people say they get a flagbearer is no more. They go look to the flagbearer and not say that one part they will be president. So you get for time for Otepa. This will say, do for people and left a legacy. Not do something where you don't say no more. You want to do for satisfy. You can't report yourself now. Say 10 years, you know, do something. Not so 8 years because I don't wait for now. Now you want 57 for another 2 years extra through the constitution when it's time for reform. You know, which is really bad. What you go do 2 years when we don't do 10 years. And the first one, remember, I'll be the people out there keep waking on me. Mother be not talk say you don't do from A to Z. Well, after A to Z, what you want to do again for people again after Z? Not today for do again. So why not just come on one? I let other person can do from Isa Ingo one start. You say you don't do from A to Z. Now you don't worry on yourself now. You don't well everything. Like I can always say, me own main concern. That money we mother be who lost. If the election be done. They make sure say and I be with fair and fair with result. By that time, some money for don't get for don't able to amend life in that country. Or if you be saying that someone will win, he allows someone to be come to power. Let's say also the light business for don't go far. We know say that for don't move them to the finish line now. But it makes say it goes down there and force people and for that. Now that they work in this line that they begin first all now for some color month. Swallow drink water, swallow this. What's it all I want for? It don't make any sense. You know, but whoever they continue, let VOS to the society people let them say, what they do say wrong. And we will continue to look at this platform for not say, what they do is wrong. What the opposition they do is wrong, we try to say wrong. So we in between. We decide to help them, let them try to move that country before. Because look what's happening in America also right now. If you don't see the narco today, trust me, some people they go salon go do development. But if you didn't apply, it is suppress the people they oversee. It is suppressing of people. How development can afford today? So people then get when they go and go for more development. Therefore, we go Christmas right now. They tell you one or two parties don't go benefit from them. Without get shoe, without get some money, without movement, they go better themselves. When they suppress the people they oversee, they can say VOS IPC station. Therefore, the they can make a sell away. When I would help them for let them develop our country. But they take bad people and VOS. Now they don't begin catch it. Everything they go do. I will tell you this. Thing they go come on and do. This now the sport beginning so more. Both side them, every side SFP them. Both side they go happen. How the election cow them go down would have been part of the fraud. We go for evidence and they we go for all sorts of things them. But we didn't be to watch them. You understand what I mean? But we're not going to tire because VOS that station where they tell the problem and so we do you have for solve and back. We will ask them and try for listen to we and try to solve that country problem there. At least if not in don't solve that light system, we not for way for light again. We not so that how they can go put Akura aside. Other person will take Akura aside. But they make everything don't be another country. I don't know. The guy can say, Mr. Kago, now I can drive back today, listen to you. With time reach, don't say what you don't do, I can go on the line.
Okay, well, I guess, yeah, you don't, but you can call me back though. Will not be set the buzzer. But you can call me back, and if you get additional things for say, but you make great points, them, and 100% I agree with you, saying if we be do the right thing, like if we don't go far from that project, the Millennium Challenge Corporation, definitely. But thank you very much as always, and may fumble them. I know say yes, it can always be very humble. But let me take other call if you don't mind. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. And let me take another call. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and where you call from, please?
Hello.
Yes. Go ahead, please. If you can speak louder a little bit, that would be awesome. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean Rashid. I call from Allentown.
Wonderful. I presume Salone?
Yes.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Oh, I'm glad that you get we and the reception fine. Yeah, go ahead, brother Rashid from Sierra Leone. Go ahead, please. Allentown, Sierra Leone. Go ahead.
Yeah, may God bless you for this program what you can do. You dey enlighten we. Now you don't fit to do so. For make we all go understand. For picking the tomorrow we know say yes, so person may not do in own. If people are listening, fine. If they're not listening, but now you don't fit, you don't do so.
Thank
May
you.
God bless you for that. Mr.
Amen.
Kabo.
Same to you, brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I they use this you program for just caution the APC leader in a parliament when Abdulkabu honorable. Yeah, people they walk in sit down, they keep comping, then they come with the position for say Honorable Abdulkabu, they laugh too much. This particular position we dey right now, if for really show in seriousness na parliament, for make wetin happen 2023 not happen again. Look, this last presentation where they go do na parliament, after he and that other honorable Sidonia around, the way they laugh, extend the hand, this and that, a leader not for do that. You can smile, but you for show your seriousness for say, yes, this one a serious issue. 2023, APC not lost the election, but now election constitutional, now they take win APC. Where they say the electoral commissioner not for show or not for project the way the election they go, or not for project the result. So 30 days. Now they SLPP then they talk say the result they're not for show we. They're not for show we disaggregated, they're not for show we the result. 30 days now then stand pa. So right now they don't bring similar thing them back now parliament. So then for pick the bone and the fish. Now we people they all know exactly say until we get it right. So this I know Mr. Abdulkabu no go listing, but Uda listing made them pass Antura. This is a serious matter. If they're not taken serious, we will end up the same thing back like 2023. Na constitutional, then go take win them back. So na me own advices were the Centura. If I be serious as a leader, this is no laughing matter. This is no laughing matter and a seriousness for DEPA. I thank you very much for this program. Thank you. Bye-bye, sir.
All right. Thank you very much for your submission and for we call. May God bless you, bro. Thank you. And continue for listening to we and take care. So one for say boku thank you to the two callers them and one for make sure say again a key message or warning for Honorable Abdulkabu, but I slightly get a different approach there. Yes, I understand say your body language where you did get the interview and if also suggest where you talk something very serious. I agree with you on that. So again, Honorable Abdulkabu, if you did listen or they watch this program or close to him, the caller don't send advice in via VOS. So again, people we concerned about your body language. So make sure say your body language it translates to being serious with the talk issues then where they affect people in lives. So thank you so much, we brother. So me fumble them again. I want to make sure say I not go too far from the 2 hour way I don't talk about saying na New Year resolution. So what I want to do, because again they talk about Abdulkabu interview, the discussion about Tawa interview, maybe the one in there go pick the next week, or Mr. Shilon and Mr. Mengot then go Andulam. The side way I want for really emphasize, because now something we repeatedly people that don't they talk about it, including Kande Yunkela, about the threshold. And one thing we're not clear from all the complaint whether they complain is that do not go back to the original law we then pass, now the Public Elections Act of 2024. Look, all we can say is let them look at the formula where they now that particular act day, and let them start from there. So let's talk about that before time bet me fumble them, because to me the constitutional amendment, that topic they go still relevant next week. So if I not go deep into it this week, and based on Mr. Shilon them program, I will touch on them next week. But I want to talk about, pleasantly I must say, NGC rejects 11% electoral threshold for PR system in new constitution. Yes, that question of new constitution here about, Daniel, let we put them as a secondary issue now, because for me, I don't feel saying a new constitution. So if they want for really resolve the issue in that country, they suppose for don't do a overhaul, reduce the president in power, because democracy, the true meaning of democracy, we suppose forget a situation whereby 3 branches and for be considered co-equal. We'll not forget one branch, when the executive, led by the president, they do everything. They influence all the other branches them. That democracy not to the democracy we want. And people then go out for reference America, but to not see. America, Donald Trump able to do it, and they do so because the people within a Congress and party do not hold on to check. So democracy is still a local, but Trump they get away with plenty of things then because they get majority in the Congress. Republican they get majority in the Congress, they get majority in the Senate. When are the two organs then that. I'm sorry, the two bodies them of government of Congress. So you get the 2 chambers. Now that what they look for, the 2 chambers. So you get the upper chamber when at the Senate, and then you get the Congress when at the main chamber, if you will. So because of empathy, people within the Congress and the Senate, they're not all accountable. Now it make it able to get away with this. So not to say they change things them and go scot-free, no. And that make a concern right now. Say if Democrats they win Congress, they don't talk a open one. They say then go impeach them. You see? Because not to say not believe, because he believe in the 3 branches of government. He believe Congress, because Congress and the Senate then get the ability for pull-and-day. So if the Congress begin the impeachment and then pass them, where he go now the Senate, yes, the Senate gonna need 2/3 majority for remove them, but for the fact say that thing they are alive and they don't use them to temper them, they don't impeach them twice during the first term. Even after we left office, they impeach him, then do that process where he pass na Congress, because now Democrats then be all the majority in a Congress. So unlike Salone now, look what happened in 2018 because of the president's influence. Well, how I say that? Parliament, the people of Sierra Leone, then vote APC, forgets the majority in a parliament, and the executive then vote President Bill. So, but because of the president's influence, what happened? According to the nonsense 1991 Constitution, what can happen? The president now gets the power for appoint, not to elect, for appoint the clerk of parliament. And the clerk of parliament, because he get the president in backing, way to me now one of the most corrupt people in our country dey, and I just feel I'm when I Sierra Leonean, I go still call him my brother. But now one of the terrible Sierra Leoneans them that our country dey, what did he do? He even take power with the constitution again. He say, oh, because of the no elect the Speaker of the House, so he go reside over Parliament, and that was wrong. And not get that constitutional power there for preside over Parliament. It go only count votes and stuff. Now that make, because of the not allow him for preside over Parliament, now he make all he need for do is where they don't give the parliamentarians then the certificate, say yes, you don't win the election, you can go in a parliament now, without, before even the swearing ceremony, the first thing they for do now for elect the Speaker of the House. So all the clerk be need for do is now for make sure say he organize that particular process day, the voting. He organize the voting and then they get speaker. So after they don't vote for the speaker, then the speaker now they perform the oath of office. But what did they do? In the parentarily, the speaker, the clerk of parliament, now he kind of, make do this, do that, and all that stuff then they. And we all know anyway, interview say do malpredy, whatever the English they be. So, my brothers and sisters, again, the Constitution of Salone give the president too much power. And yet, this so-called new constitution, they give more power. And when I feel say go fix things, no. It's just the entrenched power. They just want for entrenched power. For seats, for kind of fasten or strengthen them power. So I don't get much time. I go pick up on this, God's will, next week. But the thing where I want for we talk about, where I go appreciate, where like the speaker, even the Speaker of the House and the Deputy Speaker, all the parliamentarians them. If they know they watch my program, I want for like they all, if they get for watch or people and send this program to them, this particular part of this program, I really want for like themselves pay attention. Waiting, I want them pay attention to me, brothers and sisters. Waiting the Koro 1 and the Public Elections Act of 2022. This now waiting then at the act versus waiting corner end up for do. So now I want for say plenty thank you to the NGC where they bring this. And waiting draw me to them posting where this chairman, they get an interview now, AYV, he said this, like this happened. In addition to the high percentage, Koroma, that's not the name of this chairman of NGC, Koroma expressed concern regarding the transparency of the process. He noted that there is currently confusion over the specific formulas that will be used to calculate the percentage and allocate seats. My brothers and sisters, for Leona get a better understanding, I don't intend for go too technical or to now, like do plenty mathematical proof na ya. But I just want for show una the Electoral Act of 2022. That make them big for now because it get sideway, two-sided and one-sided. But the thing where una we get access to this document, waiting our Leona do for me, me family them, The document, any side, just click on because this is not PDF. And I defend something, not PDF. You click on, for now they use Windows, you press Control and then you press the F key. Something they come where they say FEN, or per PDF you get side where they search, where you see they say for FEN text or something. So when they come up, me fumble them on a type threshold. Just for let you see now the document, waiting and say about the threshold for get parliamentary seat. So the threshold, the entire document, they show the threshold, they write 7 times, then talk about the threshold. So I want for bring them to an attention, let sort of increase the font now, the size, and then let sort of bring them at the center, because this is not exactly the document we talk about the threshold, waiting people and forget for let them get seat in a parliament. This it come out directly from the act. Waiting na the topic na ya. La highlighter for now. Una see me fambulem, waiting is say formula for allocating seats under the district block representation system. This are the read word for word na the act. The act na a pull for una so me fumble them. I go read them quickly. The basis for allocating seats to political parties under the district block representation system will be total number of valid votes cast in each district, herein referred to as the total district votes. The total district votes will be obtained by adding up the valid votes from all the polling stations in the district. So now see what and consider the total district votes for calculate the formula, the percentage where each district forget. So the second side explanation from that formula there. Number 2, in this explanatory note, the example used in that is that 6 political parties named A, B, C, D, E, F, and F competed for a total of 6 seats in a particular district. They even give example of me brothers and sisters. So they say 6 political party them and then contest for 6 seats in a particular district. Hereinafter referred to as district seats, and that the total district votes were 172,885 votes. So that's not the total vote by that district. They wouldn't give example. So now, number 3, the 3 point for explain the formula. They say the total number of valid votes cast for each political party separately, hereinafter referred to as the party votes, will be ascertained. Let us assume that the votes obtained by the 6 parties are as in the table below. My brothers and sisters, waiting more clear than this, then give clear example by the Electoral Act, way for make them easier for the people them, the party people them, for anybody we care for know how for calculate the threshold. So they don't give this table. Party A, you get 6,501 vote. Party B get 12,430 vote. Party C get 18,505 votes. Party D get 38,916 votes. Party E get 44,969 votes. Party F get 51,565 votes. And the total come to 172,885 votes. So let we go now to Usai the Kuskas Komot. Below that, It is to be noted that when the party votes are added up, they should always, remember, they should always give the same total as the total district votes. See, they emphasize that. Now, let me go to 4. Waiting 4 say this. Now, waiting the personal parliament where you go say don't become the law of the land. The Public Elections Act of 2022. Now, the documents are shown as so. Number 4, in each district, the number of votes that a political party requires to be allocated one seat will be determined by dividing the total district votes by the district seats. When I see me fumble them, a different from the Tiwe Kone do. This then say the total district votes. You divide them by the total number of seats per that district today. The number of votes you obtained will hereafter be referred to as the threshold or quota of votes. The threshold or quota of votes can be obtained in 2 ways. Now the formula this me fumble them. Where people learn they say, oh, the threshold too high. They fumble them, then get formula. And the formula they clearly. So there's 2 ways. Where whichever way you use, it forgive the same. So let's read the first one. As a percentage, we all know it in a percentage, right? It represented by 100. Okay? As a percentage of the total district votes, to get the percentage, divide 100, representing 100% of the district votes, by the district seats. In this example, if you divide 100 by 6, remember, now 6 seats according to this example. So how you calculate, forget the threshold, is 100 by the number of seats. Now in the show we so. La highlighter for my brothers and sisters. 100 by 6, the number of seats being competed for by the political parties. The result would be 16.66% as the threshold or quota of votes. Expressed as a percentage, the threshold or quota of votes can easily be determined for each district before the elections, as soon as the total number of seats for each district is known. My brothers and sisters, when I don't see? So there's no way na ya where the formula where the Chagona Parliament say 11.9%. No way. Each district supposed to get a own threshold, and not for be 11.9% across the board. That was wrong. So it surprised me that this personal parliament, and they assume say them for don't debate them, and then we connect cut out and say 11.9% for all districts. To shameful surprise, nobody among even the opposition and even the ruling party not tell Connell say no, it's wrong. Not so a day na the act when they pass, we go consider the law of the land. So me fumble them. This, so the same thing with the B, you calculate them. And la just read for Leon and often say I skip any side deliberately. So la just quickly read A. As a percentage of the total district votes, to get the percentage, divide 100%, representing 100% of the district votes, by the district seats. In this example, if we divide 100 by 6, the number of seats being competed for by the political parties, the result will be 66.66% as the threshold or quota of votes. Expressed as a percentage, the threshold or quota of votes can easily be determined for each district before the election, as soon as the number of seats for each district is known. B, as actual votes, in this case, divide the total district votes by the district seats. In this example, if we divide 172,885 votes, being the total district votes, by 6, being the number of district seats, the result will be 28,814 votes as the threshold or quota of the votes. This can be done only after the elections when the total district votes are known. So how this will come back to that 16.66%, then they explain Anaya. It is also it is to be noted, however, that in both instances the result is the same. Meaning that if you divide, as 28,814 votes represent 16.66% of 172,885 votes. So me fumble them. Given waiting, I don't read Una so. Una tell me, this now from the Elections Act. Do not amend the Elections Act completely at all. No. Do not do them yet. But yet, people then still they complain and say, oh, it's too high, let it reduce them. So then talk like say now something where it's supposed to be subjective or arbitrary. No, my brothers and sisters. Now formula. And clearly then talk about the formula, not the act. So the question now is, why can no falla waiting the law say? Why it come up with something? For people that were curious, how it come up with that 11.9%. It divide 16 when at this district, the number of districts, it divide them by the number of seats, 135, because the total number of seats now 149, but because of the paramount chiefs, them then get their own different election, so them subtract them. So it become 135 seats where now in people ever compete for. So that 135 seats there, it say, well, the district are 16 electoral districts because we get 14 rural districts plus the western urban and western rural. So then considered two western districts, western area districts. So the two western area district, electoral district, plus the 14 provincial districts come to 16. So it say for let it get the quota for the district, Amos threshold for let win parliamentary seat, it use that 16 divided by the 135. And that way it get them. Where it don't make any sense. It don't represent nothing at all. My brothers and sisters, Kone, it cannot deliberately, or maybe it also be the simple math. But the question is, not to math where it's supposed to generate elsewhere. It did not this elections, the Public Elections Act of 2022. The formula did it, and I just read them for now, and it's still there na the screen. So if we get the formula and say before even the election begin, as long as you don't know the number of seats where each district they get, all you need for do is you use 100 will represent 100% of the seat, and you divide them by the number of the seat for like get the percentage where that province they need for like one person win the election, win a seat. So my brothers and sisters, if you twist them the other way, 16.66 when are the percentage that based on the example we then give at the Elections Act, you times that by 6 when are the number of seats, it will give you about 100%. So that means the formula correct. Because you know they ever get over 100% of the seat. There, when I use the formula we use, the 11.9%, una times down there by the number of seats in a parliament, let una see what una go get. 11.9%, there, una times some by 135 seats. So I want to learn by the comment section. Una post that number there. I go read them. So 11.9% times 135 seats. The number we may get, if it come to 1,606%. 1,606.5%. What's kind of maths that one day? Saying with parliamentarians them, they represent 606% of the seats in parliament. It make any mathematical sense? For like all parliamentarians acquire a seat, it will be 100% of all the seats. Enough will be 1,606%. So again, people can just feel say this not simple arithmetic. And let's say if you kind of lazy for do simple math, it then at the Elections Act. They put and they clearly say that the formula this. They even give example when nobody for able go astray. But after they don't pass this, waiting corner do. It cut out and announce, oh, for like you win a seat, you forget 11.9%. And now people then they complain, oh, it's too high. Why would I not say wrong? Would I not say too high? Would I just simply say that formula is wrong? And it also unconstitutional. And at this, I'm kind of disappointed by me, APC brothers and sisters. But again, they go court and stuff. This not ground for even nullify. I don't know for the presidency, but for parliament, for nullify that process there. Because Kone erroneously use a formula when not make any sense. So me fambulem, I just want for bury this once and for all. Because if they want bring new constitution and then use that erroneous, that cookish math for justify the 11.9%, but they are on a safe Salone face though. At least let people not laugh we. Say able simple calculation like this, where I believe say class 3 or 4 picking safe. Go able to tell you say, 11.9 times 135, it pass 100% to, then you ask now, what does they mean? Nonsense. So my brothers and sisters, I go tap na ya. I just think say, like remind people them and saying, where did they go with constitutional amendment and all that thing and they, sadly enough, Kone don't tell we say, regardless of waiting past na parliament, regardless of the law of the land, then go still do waiting they want for do, whether it make sense or not. And are the danger that me they scared of. Because then do them, they get away with it. I don't remember say anybody publicly, other than maybe we na VOS here, even their other social media platform them. I know one day people then go back to the Elections Act and challenge the 11.9% number in the first place. Say it wrong. All waiting at the including Yumkela. Oh, the number too high, let them reduce them. You talk like say, now something where somebody go just cut out no more, say, okay, it all reduced to this. If they do that, it still not go solve the problem. Then what about the one then way then go still consider that number they high. Or if that number they low, waiting he go do, he go put more people them na parliament than waiting the parliament call for. So then just need for make sure say then follow formula will make sense. And as we can see now the Elections Act of 2022. So if they want for seal, say the threshold, let them do that. Me fumble them just quickly for make a reminder now saying corner they on your own. We don't use PR system before for Unawe member. During that time they now be 80 seats within a parliament. So again, now just one block where the whole country, no matter who say you there, as long as you get a percentage there, you party get a percent there, they get a seat. And we see where Iakoma get a seat because of that. Let's quickly explain to Una how it happened. Now, they use the formula correctly. So if Una pull Una calculator them, Una type 100% divided by 80, because the number of seats at that time will be 80 seats. They fumble them. So again, waiting happen. So the 80 seat and the overall parliament. Una remember waiting I tell Una saying the paramount chiefs them they excluded. So at that time we only get 12 districts where now 12 paramount chiefs them. So you get for subtract from the 80 general total seat a parliament, you minus 12. So you get now 68 seats where people they compete for a Salone. But this not a district block, this now the national, because a one green block. Given the restriction during the rebel war, they say regardless of who say you there, you can vote for any candidate where you want. And then go take now the total number when are 68 seats. So then go divide 100 by 68. So let we do that math day quickly. So 100 divided by 68. So almost now the percent where you forget for let you get seat at that time about 1.47%. So Iakoma, I think he began 1.48% or so. So you get seat. And what to make Iakoma not be popular na the country wide like that or na kono people no more. But the reason we make it get the 1.40 something plus a 48% where you able get seat. Now because of if una remember during that time the Temu Bangura, if they expect say according to the way where they stack the face them, in your face go be last. But apparently where the actual printing come out, in face not be last. Because the way how it be the campaign patimni se dorata, so meaning the bottom one. So people are now we don't know anything, so then they vote for the person way na the last candidate na the list. And it happened for BC Abu Iakoma na ina be the last candidate by that list day. So you see how, by extension, God lock it up that Boku people away intend for vote for Temu Bangura, then vote for Abu Iakoma. So now that way they Abu Iakoma be able for win seat for him party. When a one seat no more able win because of the mistake they were Boku voters their mistake. But wait till at the point where they make now. The point where they make now is we don't do this formula before, where they use 100 divided by the number of seats. And they make it clear by the Elections Act, the Public Elections Act of 2022. So why corner formula way we don't try before on that 1996 election? Why can't them deviate from it? Then they self for beg for ask, say yes, they be get the intention all along for rig this election, the 2023 election. So all lentin and they maybe they feel say because this court not go able to twist them more if APCB bring up this na court. Court not able to twist them because the act they play in English. So I want to say boku thank you to una all. Let God bless una with una family. And again, let's just quickly go through the comments them very quickly. And so una afraid the math, but anyway, it's okay. I hope so una understand the way how I explain the math. But however, we fumble them. I want for say boku thank you to una we join and let God bless una with una family. Let God bless the VOS and the presenters them all. And like how the other caller say, na my own little way I giso to the country and VOS in general. Because Mr. Shilo, Mr. Mengot, Madam Matilda, and all the people that we be they present on VOS before. We all know we way this we they give to the society for able explain things them in a bipartisan way or we no affect we no influence we by choosing one political party over the other. So I go tap here again. Let God bless una with una family and dear una share even after the program. I go encourage you to follow una share and let we all benefit from this analysis. And I make us say specifically, I go encourage the parliamentarians therefore go back and look at the Elections Act of 2022 and look at the formula instead of say, oh, the threshold too high, let it reduce some. No, they're not for reduce some just like that. For reduce some or make any adjustment to it, then just need for falla the formula for way it go make sense. Otherwise, then go come back with something will not make any sense and will continue for the disgrace we have na the wall. And no wonder the observers then say we then see plenty statistical inconsistency, and this now one of the statistical inconsistency, and to me not to even inconsistency, I go say mathematical error. Big time, a completely wrong. That formula day, a wrong today, a go wrong tomorrow, and a wrong in 2023. Let God bless you again within our family, and as we always can say, the one and only country we all cherish, and will continue to cherish that country day because now the only country where we know na Mama Salone. And from me to Una, my name is Abdul Karim Kagbo, and until we meet again next Thursday, same place, same time, let God bless we all. Una tata.